It was a bright September morning in 2001, a normal day in New York City. People went to work, flights took off, and the world felt ordinary. But within just 102 minutes, everything changed forever. The attacks of September 11 did not only destroy buildings, they changed the course of history. America woke up to a new reality, and the entire world shifted with it. This was not only a tragedy of loss, it was the beginning of a new era of security, politics, and awareness. Before 9/11, airports were simple checkpoints, metal detectors, short lines, and no deep inspections. But that day transformed global travel forever. Security became tighter, more advanced, and more personal. The United States created the Department of Homeland Security in 2002, marking one of the biggest structural changes in its history. Air travel around the world became slower but safer, with new technologies like body scanners, liquid restrictions, and biometric tracking introduced to prevent future threats. Surveillance also entered a new phase. The US and many other countries began monitoring online communications, calls, and global networks to detect warning signs of terrorism. It was the start of the modern digital security era. While some felt this reduced privacy, many believed it was necessary to protect millions of lives in a changed world. The attacks also deeply reshaped America's foreign policy. The country began the war on terror, starting with military operations in Afghanistan aimed at dismantling extremist networks. This conflict lasted for years and influenced relations between nations across the world. Countries shared intelligence, improved border control, and formed international coalitions to stop terrorism before it could strike again. It was a new chapter of global cooperation, but also a period of uncertainty and long wars. Inside America, the social landscape changed too. People felt both fear and unity. The American flag became a symbol of resilience. Neighbors helped each other, and communities stood together. Yet, anxiety was real, people were cautious, and the sense of safety that once defined daily life was shaken. Many families grieved, and thousands of first responders carried scars that would last a lifetime. The emotional and psychological toll of that day was enormous, and the recovery process took years. Over time, 9/11 also changed how architecture, design, and urban planning were approached. The Freedom Tower, now known as One World Trade Center, was built as a symbol of strength and renewal. It stands not only as a skyscraper, but as a reminder that hope can rise from the ashes of tragedy. The event also influenced education, media, and global culture. Schools began to teach about global peace, tolerance, and understanding across nations. Filmmakers, writers, and artists tried to express what 9/11 meant to humanity, not through politics, but through emotion and storytelling. 2 decades later, the legacy of that day is still visible. From airport lines to counterterrorism measures, from intelligence systems to international relations, every part of modern life carries a trace of that September morning. The world learned that safety cannot be taken for granted, and that unity can overcome fear. 9/11 changed how humanity views danger, resilience, and compassion. It reminded us that even in moments of darkness, people can rebuild, rethink, and rise again. Today, as we look back, we do not only remember the tragedy, we remember the strength, the courage, and the lesson that the world can change in a single morning, but the human spirit can still endure forever.